Yo, Alice! You cheated on me, didn't you?
What?
This is divorce, you hear me? Divorce!
What are you talking about suddenly? I didn't cheat on you.
Shut up! You cheated on me and I know it!
If you're so sure, do you have any evidence? I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
The way you're avoiding the topic is already suspicious!
But there's no way I'd be able to understand what you were saying unless I was actually cheating, right? If you're going to accuse me, at least tell me why you think I'm cheating.
The reunion party 3 months ago!
Huh? You mean the one I had with my friends at high school in the town I grew up in?
Yes! You become careless whether you like it or not at places like that, having fun with old friends while your husband can't see you, which means that it was the perfect opportunity to get reunited with a guy you knew back in high school. So you changed your plans. You came home the next morning instead of coming home that night like you said you would.
Huh? And what does that mean?
It means that you spent the night with a guy you knew from high school!
I only stayed the night because the train I was supposed to go home on suddenly stopped due to an accident. It didn't seem like I would be able to catch the final train at the station I was supposed to transfer at, so I stayed the night at my parents'. Didn't I tell you this?
I'm saying that that's a lie!
Then ask my parents if you want.
Don't you know that alibis given by the suspect's family can't be trusted?
Well, you don't have any physical evidence either, do you?
What?
Why don't you read this conversation over again? You'll realize that you've only been saying nonsense.
What did you say to me?
Oh my god. I came to the supermarket to buy some stuff, but it seems I wasted my time on some nonsense.
Nonsense!
Whatever. I didn't cheat on you, alright? I'll come home after I'm done shopping. Bye. Harry? Did you change the lock to the front door?
Yep, just in time as well.
What's this about?
I called a friend of mine who was a locksmith, saying it was an emergency, and he came here immediately and changed the lock. Now you won't be able to enter the house.
Huh?
I don't want any filthy, cheating hoes in my house. Get out of my sight!
I said I didn't cheat on you.
You must be really stubborn to not admit it. There's no way I'll be able to live with you anymore, so leave.
Seriously? I don't know what kind of joke you're playing, but I don't have the time to go along with it.
What'd you say? A joke?
I'll leave the things I bought at the supermarket at the front door. Put the meat in the refrigerator, okay?
What? Are you telling me to do things?
How am I supposed to do it if you won't let me into the house? I'll be at my aunt's house, so call me when you're calmed down.
Hey! That's not how you're supposed to react! Shouldn't you be crying or angry? You should be more like, please don't leave me, or I don't want to get your face. Hey, you reading this? Yo, Alice. If you want to get married with this guy of yours you're cheating on me with, give me $50,000 in alimony and I'll divorce you.
What? I checked my messages since I saw that you texted me for the first time in 1 week, and I see this? Have you gone mad?
You need to pay an alimony if you're cheated. It's a societal rule.
I see. But there's no reason for me to give you any money.
You're the one who's gone mad. Just leaving the house without any resistance is evidence that you're cheating. You're probably staying at this guy's house, right?
Didn't I tell you that I would be at my aunt's? I can't even come home if I wanted since you changed the lock. Don't you realize that what you're saying is nonsense?
But I haven't changed my mind in suing you $50,000. I know someone who's an expert like this.
Oh, is that so? He must love money quite a lot if he's listening to you, even though you don't have any evidence.
Say what you want, I'm gonna divorce you. And I'm gonna sue you for cheating on me. $50,000.
Jesus. You still don't realize the situation you're in?
Huh?
Fine, let's get divorced. But are you sure about $50,000?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lower it by even a single cent.
Harry, I got the divorce papers you sent.
Oh, just sign it and turn it in, will you? Take a look at the photo I sent as well. It's proof that you cheated on me.
This eye photo.
Yeah, it's the photo you took with the guy you're cheating with. I got it from someone I know.
So this is your evidence? And what's this other paper? It just says, give me $50,000.
Yep, that's an official document which proves you have to give me $50,000.
I see. An official document, huh?
It seems that you're taking this lightly, but that paper was made with the advice of an expert. You probably realize now how serious I'm taking this. You've got no chance of winning. $50,000 exact, got it? I told you this before, but I have no intention of lowering the amount.
Okay, I get the gist of what you're saying. But there's things I need to get done as well, so give me some time, okay?
What? Oh, you mean you need to find a way to pay the money? A housewife like you probably has no money, right? But I'm still not gonna lower the amount. Good luck getting it, eh?
I forgot to tell you this, but I was able to get a job thanks to my aunt.
Huh? Alice? What's this mail you sent me? It says it's content certified mail. What is this?
That's an actual content certified mail, unlike the one you sent me.
What?
I'm pretty sure an expert on law would know what content certified mail was. Just which country's law did this expert of yours study?
Yeah, but I have proof that you cheated.
If you're talking about the picture, then that was just a picture I took 3 years ago at a party I had with my colleagues at work.
3 years ago? I was told that was a picture of you and the guy you spent the night with after your high school reunion.
That picture's been edited to look like it was just the two of us.
What has been edited?
The guy in the picture was the person I sat next to while we were drinking. In reality, there were others in the photo too. I have the original picture saved in the computer at my parents' house. I'll show it to you if you want. This means that only someone who could have entered my parents' house without being suspected gave you that edited photo. There are only a few such people. You know who I'm talking about, right? It's the person you're cheating on me with.
What are you talking about? You don't have any proof.
But I do.
What way?
Haven't you noticed that there are other ways to get into her house other than the front door?
What?
Who am I kidding? Of course you didn't. After all, you always did make me do all the house chores. You forgot to change the lock to the back door.
The back door?
I snuck in and hid a camera.
What?
Thanks to that, I was able to get a bunch of footage of you making out with my sister.
Shit!
The official letter you sent was probably my sister's idea, right? She knows how to use editing software since it's a part of her job, but she's terrible with paperwork. But she always did pretend like she knew everything.
She was pretending?
Also, she also probably got the idea of suing me for $50,000 after seeing that I had saved up exactly that amount while I was single.
What? You had that much money?
Oh, that money was saved up before I married you, so don't count on being able to get a part of it.
Oh, really?
Like it said in the content certified letter. I'll be suing you both and my sister for $50,000.
I don't have that much money.
I guess as much. You two don't have a job anymore, right?
Huh?
Both of you are the type of people who can never save up any money. You two stopped going to work and just made out all day after you kicked me out of the house, right? Which is why you both were fired from your jobs just yesterday.
If you knew all that, then you could have been a bit more understanding.
I'm not going to lower the amount even by a cent.
But
Good luck getting the money.
why did it turn out like this?
I consulted a lawyer the day after I got the footage of Harry cheating on me. And he burst out laughing when I showed him the official letter Harry sent me demanding $50,000. After some paperwork, I was able to sue Harry and my sister for $50,000 each.
Hey, Sav, are you and Mom at home?
Huh? Alyssa? What are you bothering me for?
I just wanted to know if you and Mom were at home.
Yeah, we're both here. Why?
Oh, well, it's just, I've got my SAT results.
So?
Well, I just thought that maybe you'd both be interested in finding out what they were with me. It's a pretty big moment, after all, and it would be nice to celebrate with my family. I mean, it will only happen once in my life.
Who says you're going to be celebrating anything?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, how do you know you've done any good on the tests? You could have bombed it completely and could be left with one of the worst scores possible. If that's happened, there's no way that any of the colleges you've applied for will take you in. You just continue to be the moronic loser that you've always been. Why would I want to look at a piece of paper confirming that when I know it's true anyway?
What the hell, Savannah? Why would you say something like that? Do you have any idea how nervous I am to check these scores? So for you to say something so horrible like that has just increased my nerves by like 100 times.
And I don't know why you're nervous. It's just going to be a really low score. You might as well just chuck the paper in the bin now and go and get a job in a fast food place or something. Make yourself useful to someone at least.
Why are you being so horrible right now?
I'm not being horrible. I've just got stuff to do and I don't have time to do you any favors by lying to you or pretending to be interested in your loser life. And to be quite honest, I don't really want to do that anyway.
God, you are such a witch. You've always been cruel and horrible to me, and I don't even know why. All I wanted was to have my family around me whilst I opened one of the scariest pieces of paper I'll ever open in my life. This could literally determine how the rest of my life goes. Aren't you even the slightest bit curious?
Uh-huh. But what's all this got to do with me? If you want to see if you've got good scores, then you go ahead and do that. But I'm not bothered in the slightest. I don't want to stand around whilst you discover for yourself how much of a loser you are.
You know what? Fine. You be like that. I'll just ask Mom. She'll want to see my scores with me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, I doubt Mom will be that bothered either. It's a piece of paper. It's really not a big deal. Just open it yourself wherever you are. No one here cares.
You don't know that. I bet Mom will.
Whatever. I've tried to warn you, but if you insist on bugging Mom with this rubbish, then don't come crying to me when she tells you that she doesn't care either.
Whatever. I'll show you.
Uh-huh, sure. Now get lost. I'm busy and I don't need you distracting me anymore.
Hey, Mom. I've got some pretty exciting news.
Huh? Alyssa? What is it? What do you want?
Oh, I've got my SATs back.
Yes, and? What do they say?
I haven't opened them yet. I thought you might like to open them with me? I'm actually really nervous, so I'd appreciate having someone around to open them with me. That way, if they're not as good as I hope they are, then I'll have someone to commiserate with me. LOL.
Oh, I don't have time for that, Alyssa. Just open them up now and tell me what they say.
But
If you're not going to actually tell me the score, then don't bother me anymore. I'm incredibly busy working and I don't have time for your ridiculous little games. Got it? Some of us actually have jobs to do so that we don't end up homeless and on the streets.
Okay. I'll just let you know when I've read them.
Yes, fine.
Hey, Deck, have you got your SAT scores yet?
Hey, Alyssa, yeah, I've got them. I'm too scared to read them, though.
Me too, LOL. Do you want to open them together?
Yeah, sure, but I thought you wanted to open them with your family?
They don't care. And I don't want to open them alone.
Fair enough. Then I'll be over to where you are in 10 minutes and we can discover our fate together. Either way, success or fail, we can go and get bubble tea afterwards to either celebrate or commiserate.
That sounds good to me.
Awesome, I'll be there soon.
See you in a minute. Hey Mom, Sav, I've got great news. My SAT scores are so much better than I had expected. I got 1,070. Isn't that amazing? That's even higher than Savannah got on hers. I'm so relieved. It also means that I'll be able to go to the college of my choosing. All of the ones that I've applied for wanted above a 1,020, so I literally can choose from any of them. Isn't that great?
Well, I mean, you didn't get that much higher than me. I got a 1,030, so that's only like 40 points difference. It's not that much.
Well, according to my paper, it places me as above average.
You're above average in weirdness and loserness, that's for sure.
Whatever, you're just jealous that I'm more intelligent than you.
Ha! As if I'd ever be jealous of you. Don't make me laugh.
Oh, I know you are. You just can't stand the fact that I'm more intelligent than you. I bet it's eating you up inside, lol. Anyway, what do you think, Mom? It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose.
Well, can we do something to celebrate? I mean, like, maybe we could order in a pizza or a Chinese or something?
Actually, I do have something to tell you. It's a sort of present, I suppose. I mean, maybe it depends on how you look at it, but it's definitely a present for me and Savannah here.
What is it?
Well, now that you finish high school and you're finally 18, I think it's about time you move out already.
Wait, what? What do you mean, move out?
It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Move out can literally only mean one thing. Get out of the house.
What? Seriously? Mom, you don't actually mean that, do you?
Yes. Actually, I do.
But why? I'm your daughter. Why are you kicking me out so suddenly? I mean, I've only just turned 18. I've also not got a job, at least not one that will pay for a place to live. My part-time work literally only just covers gas and bills for my car, along with any food I want.
Well, you should have thought about that then, shouldn't you? And saved up whatever money you earned instead of using it to go out with your friends. That was very irresponsible of you.
When? I had no clue that you were planning on checking me out.
Well, you are 18 now. It only makes sense that you should go off on your own and make your own life now.
Savannah's 22 and you've not kicked her out.
Savannah is special. She needs to stay here with me because she's currently a little down on her luck. She needs a stable place to get a job from. Besides, she's my first daughter, so she's a little bit more special to me. You're, nothing amazing. Just a second child I never really planned on having. You were a complete accident,
Oh, wow. I always knew that you preferred Savannah over me, but for you to actually tell me that you basically wish that you'd never had me, and that I was an unwanted accident, that's a really horrible thing to do. I mean, whether you like it or not, you brought me into this world. I never asked to be born, so because you chose to have me, that made me your responsibility.
Yes, and I kept you alive like I had to.
Having a baby means that you have a duty of care to them. That means emotional care as well. As my mom, you should have provided me with the same love and care that you gave Savannah.
Look, I raised you and made sure you got to adulthood. That's enough. You're on your own now. I want you out of my house by the end of tomorrow.
That soon?
You should count yourself lucky. I wanted you gone as soon as you turned 18, but I let you stay to finish off your SATs. I'd say that was very kind of me.
Oh, how rude of me. Thank you so much for not checking me out of the house until I finished high school. In case you didn't notice, that was sarcasm.
And this is exactly why I want you gone from my house. You're just too snobby and sarcastic.
What? How am I?
Well, you think that you're so good just because you got a high score on some stupid test. You're constantly trying to rub your intelligence in mine and Savannah's faces, and we've had enough. We don't care if you've got 1,070 or not. It doesn't mean anything. You're still going to end up a penniless loser who works in some minimum wage job and has a boring and pathetic life. I really don't want someone like that in my family, because it just means that you'll be begging me for money and favors and whatever. And I'm not willing to do anything like that for you. So it's better for me if you just leave now. Whatever you do with your life, then, is up to you.
I always thought that you were a bit cold and indifferent towards me, but talking to you now has just shown me what a vile and cruel woman you actually are. In fact, maybe you're doing me a favor by kicking me out. I don't know where I'll go, but anywhere has to be better than a house with such a vile person in it. With the way you're going, you're also turning Savannah into a horrible person too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean that. Instead of the nicer sister she used to be, she's turned into a cold-hearted witch like you. Sav and I used to have a really strong bond. We would play together and talk about anything and everything. She was my best friend. But over the years, you've poisoned her against me, and now she hates me just as much as you do. I don't know what you've said to her to turn her against me so badly, but I hope you're happy with yourself. She's a horrible person, and it's entirely your fault.
She's not horrible.
Yes, she is. Do you even know why she isn't working anymore? It's because she was fired from her last job for being rude, and for talking back to the customers, and generally just being a person no one wanted to be around.
Well, she's going to do something bigger with her life anyway. She doesn't need to be working in some low-paying minimum wage job. And all of those people were probably in the wrong.
You keep believing that if you want to, but we both know the truth. Anyway, I'm going to grab some of my things and I'll be gone by the evening. But once I'm gone, don't think that I'll be contacting you ever again. I want nothing to do with you after tonight.
Fine by me. I never wanted anything to do with you anyway.
Fine. Goodbye. Hey Deck, sorry to bother you, but could I crash at yours for the night?
Yeah, of course you can. But how come?
My mom has basically told me to pack my bags and get out of the house. So that's what I'm doing. I'll try and find somewhere to stay tomorrow, but she kind of sprung this on me at the last minute, so I couldn't sort anything out tonight.
Jeez, Liz. I always thought your mom was horrible.
Yeah, you and me both.
Well, you don't need to worry about rushing to find somewhere to stay. I'm sure my parents will be fine with you staying as long as you need to. Besides, we'll be going off to college soon, so we can stay in the dorms there.
Yeah, thank goodness I scored enough on my SATs to get that full ride scholarship.
You did awesome. I can't wait to go to college with you. It's gonna be amazing.
Haha, it'll be something alright. Anyway, I'll be over soon. I'm just grabbing some things from Kirsten's house.
Okay, no worries. Just head on in when you get here.
See you soon.
Alyssa? Is this your number?
Hi, Alyssa here. Who's this?
What do you mean, who's this? It's me, your mother. You know, the woman who gave birth to you?
Kirsten. Look, I don't know how you got this number or why you're messaging me, but I don't really care. I want nothing to do with you, so please stop messaging me right now.
Wait 1 second. I am your mother, so you will listen to what I have to say.
Actually, no. I don't have to listen to a thing you say. You kicked me out and basically disowned me, so I don't have to have anything to do with you.
Well, that was before you became a massive success.
Oh, I see that you've been following my career then?
Well, duh. When your daughter becomes a renowned singer, then of course I'm going to follow her career.
And let me guess. Now that I'm rich and famous, you want to be involved in my life again and have me give you loads of money?
Well, I mean, I did raise you. You owe me for that. It wasn't cheap bringing you up from a baby. It cost a lot of money for all those diapers and clothes and food and whatnot. Over the course of 18 years, I spent a lot of money on you. The least you could do is give me some of that money back.
Like I told you all those years ago, looking after me is your job as a mother. I don't owe you anything at all, and you won't be seeing a penny from me.
What? But as your mom, you need to support me.
Well, it looks like neither of us will get what we wanted from the other then. I wanted your love and care, and you weren't willing to give me that, so I'm not going to buy it from you. I've worked incredibly hard to get to the point where I am now, and I did it without your help. I even had to get 3 jobs just so I could afford rent. But I persevered and I managed to get noticed by a proper record company. I'm not about to let you waltz back into my life and ruin it all again. I'm sorry, Kirsten, but you are nothing but a stranger to me now.
That is so selfish of you. I deserve that money. I'm the one who brought you into this world.
That still doesn't entitle you to anything of mine. Besides, this is what you wanted. You never wanted me to begin with. So, by me removing myself from your life, you're getting what you wished for.
What I wish for is the money that you're making.
Well, tough. You're not getting it. Anyway, I'm done talking to you now. I'm blocking your number, and if you try to contact me again, I'll get a restraining order. You kicked me out of your life at 18, so I'm repaying the favor and kicking you out of my life now. I've done just fine on my own for the last 5 years, so I don't need you to come and darken my doorstep again. Goodbye, Kirsten.
Wait, you don't get to do this. I'm your mom. Only I can decide if I talk to you or not. Get back here, now!
Hey, Alyssa? Is this still your number?
Yeah, it's Alyssa here. Who's this? And if you say Kirsten again, I wasn't lying about getting that restraining order.
It's Savannah, your sister.
Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Well, this is the second time someone from my past has messaged me today. Are you also after my money?
What? No, I promise. It's just... Jeez, this is awkward.
I'll say. I haven't spoken to you since I was kicked out of the house over 5 years ago.
Yeah. Look, about all of that, I'm really sorry.
Huh?
5 years ago, when I backed Mom up in kicking you out of the house, it was such a horrible thing to do. And even before then, I was such a horrible big sister to you. I made your life a living hell. And I know that it's going to take a lot more than a simple apology to make up for how I treated you, but it's a start that I'm willing to make.
Oh, thank you? But what's brought all of this on? I haven't heard from you in years, so why now?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that too. For the first year after you left, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so angry with everyone and everything, and I took it all out on you. Then, with you gone, I was stuck with no job in a house with Mom, who was just as angry and rude as me. Then, one day, I met a really nice guy and hit it off with him. It was basically love at first sight. But after the first time we had an argument, he told me that he loved me, but if I didn't seriously reflect on my behavior, then there was no way that he could be with me. I said some really horrible and vile things. I didn't want to lose him. I loved him. So I did some proper reflection and realized that the way I had been acting for the last few years was not okay. Mom encouraged me to be rude and acted as if I was special, which made me think it was okay to behave so terribly to people. I see that it was wrong now. Michael has been so kind and understanding, and he's helping me become a much nicer person. He encouraged me to reach out to you, even though I was so embarrassed of how I treated you. He told me that even if you didn't want to try and rebuild our relationship again, I would always regret not trying. And after a few months, I realized he was right. So, what do you say? Want to try and mend this bridge?
Well, I'm happy that you found someone who you love and who you're willing to better yourself for. He sounds like he's been really good for you.
He really has.
But I won't lie, how you treated me really hurt. You were my best friend at one point, and then suddenly it was like you hated me.
I know, and I'm so sorry for that.
But that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to try mending our relationship.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to build my trust back up in you, but I miss having my big sister to talk with and hang out with. If I'm able to, I'd like to have her back in my life.
I'd like that too.
How about we start by meeting up for a coffee? I know a nice place.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. And maybe you can tell me all about your newfound fame?
Haha, yeah, okay.
Thank you for giving me this second chance, Liz. You won't regret it.
Somehow, I don't think I will. After that, me and Savannah began working on our relationship. It was slow going at first, getting to know someone who I hadn't spoken to in 5 years, but soon enough, we were like sisters once again. It was nice to be able to talk to her properly again. I also learned that not long after meeting her husband, she left Kirsten's home and basically stopped all contact with her, after realizing that she was a toxic influence in her life. As for Kirsten, she tried a few more times to get in contact with me in order to get me to give her some money, but I ignored her every time. She wasn't repentant at all over how she treated me, and I knew that she didn't really want to reconnect with me, but simply my money. I also went through with a restraining order, so if she tries to contact me again, she'll be slapped with quite a big fine and possibly even jail time if she keeps harassing me. However, I'm just glad to have her out of my life. Even though she kicked me out when I was just 18 years old, I think it was possibly the best thing to happen to me, as it made me work incredibly hard to get to where I am now, and I couldn't be happier. So just remember, even though life can get difficult sometimes, if you work hard and believe in yourself, you can turn your situation around and make it work for you.